Today we are going to study about a topic called force, work and energy. This is the most important topic in physics in order to understand the basics of physics. So let us start with force. What is force? Here in this concept, in this topic, we are going to study about definition of force, explanation of force, example of force and types of forces. So let us see now each one after the another. If you see here, force is nothing else but force is a push or pull of an object. Force is a push or pull of an object. It means that whenever you move an object, you are pushing an object. And if you trying to drag an object, you are pulling an object. So we can say that you are applying some kind of energy on an object in order to push that object or in order to move that object. So that's why we call force is a push or pull of an object. Force is used not only to move an object but also to stop the object from moving. Force is used to change the direction and position of an object. Here, if you talk about changing of the direction and position of an object means if you try to put a book on the bench and try to drag the book without any intention, definitely what happens without your knowledge, the book is going to move in some other direction. So you have applied the force, so that book has been moved in some direction, and also the position will be changed because it is not in the same position which it was there before applying the force. So that's why we can say that force is used to change the direction and also position of an object. And next one, force increases and decreases speed of an object. When you push a book, then definitely the book will have its own energy and it will have its own speed to move faster or slower. When you throw a ball, the ball will go with greater speed. And if you are trying to stop a ball, then definitely you will apply a force to stop the speed of a ball. So that is the meaning of force increases and decreases the speed of an object. See here, there are two examples of what is meant by push and pull. So here, if you're trying to push an object, this is how you'll be doing this one. Pushing an object is an example of force, and again you're dragging an object, that's the pulling of an object is another example of a force. So these two indicates us what is meant by force very clearly. And this is another example. So if you see here now, he is dragging the table. The first one is pushing the table and the next one is dragging the table. So ultimately I can tell that any one of these two examples is a force. You are applying a force to push an object and you are applying a force to drag an object. So I can say that here this person is applying a force on this object and also is applying a force on this object to push the object or to drag the object. So next our topic is what is work. So in this topic you are going to study about definition of a work, explanation of the work, examples and the formula of the work. So let us see now what is work. Work is nothing else but whichever tires you, whichever bring tire to your body, whichever loses your energy both mentally and physically is called work. Work is nothing else but whichever tires our body both mentally and physically is called as a work. Examples of this work. Reading a book continuously. Reading a book continuously, here the two kinds of works can be done. First one is that your brain will get tired up and also your eyes are going to tire up. How can you understand that your brain is tiring? Sometimes we may face headache and also you may even face tiring of your eyes by burning of the eyes. So this kind of work is called as a mentally work done. And next one, holding an object for longer time. Whenever you hold an object, you feel that there is some kind of heaviness in your or on your hands, and you feel that you will no longer will be holding that object. So that is also one kind of work. And again, running is a work, walking is a work, cycling is a work. We all know this one. When you run for longer time, then definitely the sweat will come out of your body and you'll not be able to run more longer distance. So that is one kind of work. Walking. When you walk for longer time, the same thing happens. When you try to climb the stairs, then again you may feel tired in your body in climbing more staircases. And cycling also. In the same way, when you cycle for longer time, you may get tired up. And how to understand that you're tired up? Because the sweat comes out of your body. That is called as a tiresome. So this kind of all activities are being denoted as a work. So now let us define what is meant by work. Work is done when a force is applied on an object to move that object. Work is done when a force is applied on an object to move that object. So this is called as a work done. Whenever you apply a force on an object, then that particular object will move from one place to another place. So the combination of force application on an object and movement of that object from one place to another place is called as a work done. So see here there are some few examples of what is work done. In the first one, you can see a boy is throwing a ball. Whenever he throws a ball, he needs to apply the force to throw the ball. Whenever he is applying a force, the ball goes out of his hand to some other place. So there are two kinds of things he has done. First one, force is applied. Other one is the ball has been moved from that place. So it is a position is called moved from that place. So we can say that the combination of force applied and position moved from that place is called as work done. And here next one is running. When you run from one point to another point, you will not be in the same place whenever you started. So you can say that you applied a force to move from one point to another point. And these are the other examples. Playing cricket and playing with the bat and ball is one kind of work done. Again, plowing is one kind of work done. Other one is pushing some object is another kind of work done. So these are all the examples of work done. So let us see the next topic in the next class. Okay, thank you, students.